You could do one of these because you think your friend would hate it.
So a lesson everyone else, put something on. I know we're all locked down and you're really comfy, letting your twigs and berries bounce around.
It's time for Cofield and Company with Steve Cofield on ESPN Las Vegas.
Happy hour underway. Bailiwick is the spot. The Orleans, Boyd Gaming, our official home for Vegas Golden Knights playoff games. Home and road. We're on the road when the home games are going down. Game over at the Fortress tonight, 7:30. Adam Hill will be jetting out of here. I'll be sticking around to watch the early part of the game, so stop on by. We're signing people up for a chance to win a Golden Knights sweater, a Golden Knights jersey. Adam is here now for the Big Five. It's Cofield, Angel alongside back in our Finley Toyota studios. It's Ari.
Battleborn Injury Lawyers presents the Big Five at 5. Number 5.
I'll tell you, Ari can find some really creepy stories. Not blaming him on this one. This is interesting. Maybe this is happening all over the place. Did you see there was a Florida high school? This popped up on TMZ. There was a Florida high school that decided to airbrush photos of their high school female students if they were showing any cleavage in their yearbook photo.
Which is a debatable term.
What, cleavage is debatable?
Yeah. Remember we had the discussion with the Super Bowl prop.
With who?
The Beyonce one, I
It was
believe.
Beyonce, yep. We were outraged because they wouldn't pay off the yes-no cleavage prop on Beyonce. And it was clearly cleavage. Clearly cleavage. Not easy to say.
But what I'm saying is it's debatable when it's seen and when it's not. There's no set standard or formula to say this is what's...
Apparently there is, because someone, guy, gal, is all... To me, this is a you problem. If you're looking at high school girls and you're like, oh, that's risque, then that's in your head.
Yeah.
'Cause I combed over those pictures.
What?
I looked at the pictures.
Okay.
I looked at the pictures and I was like, there's nothing there. That's very innocent. It wasn't like a wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah,
It was like a little top of cleavage. Yeah, the women have breasts.
Yeah,
young girls have breasts. Okay, it happens. And the worst part about it is, like, the edits were so bad. They would be like, it'd be like a little, plunging neckline black, right? And it would just be straight line across. There's a girl wearing flannel with a little bit of cleavage. They just put like this oddly matched pattern over it. Like there was like a folding piece of cloth. Like it looks so stupid.
I was going to make the case.
Why are they doing this? And now, of course, there are female students who are outraged, and there are parents who are like, what is wrong with you people? Why are you editing the freaking photos? Now, I think they've offered some refunds, because those photos cost a lot of money, but a lot of them are like, no, this is permanent in the freaking yearbook.
It's very, and I think that you made the point there, but I think it's very important to emphasize that this is not like girls trying to get away with like risque outfits and sneak them into the yearbook. This is not offensive in any way, shape, or form. It's offensive what they're doing in terms of covering it up, which is just so creepy and sleazy and scandalous. It's very gross that they would do this. But in the past, they've just removed the kids from the yearbook. So they've gone through and said like, oh, 80 of these girls, they're not running.
Oh my God.
And so this year, this was kind of the
these weren't like just they edited 80 photos, and it wasn't just like activities. Like if you want to put those pictures in, I still think it's stupid. But like you're editing that, like that's their image for a lifetime in that yearbook. There's no do-over.
It's incredibly weird.
And now some girl has a mismatched flannel as her yearbook photo forever.
I feel like the Photoshops were good.
They were terrible.
I feel like they were good.
No, they were terrible.
Couldn't tell.
Vast Digital Department. Clip the one picture with the flannel where there's just like a drape over her neck and chest. It's so dumb. By the way, the most shocking part of this, if you read the story on TMZ, this all took place in their $100 yearbook. What?
No, I think mine was like 85.
Really?
Yeah, maybe more.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're old.
I'm saying.
Did I forget how much they cost 80 years ago when I was out of high school?
I mean, when you were there, it was probably 48 cents.
Isn't $100 a little much?
It sounded like a steal to me.
What?
Yeah. I feel like ours were very.
You just read yours every week now?
I
just
could
add your own nice
not
messages?
Even tell you where it is.
Why? So then why were you so excited to pay? Why do you think $100 is a bargain then? Or $80 at the time was a bargain?
Because you would think if something was $80 in, it's probably $700 now.
You had no money. Where did you get the money to pay for that?
I think my grandparents bought that.
All right. Wasn't one of your freaking scam operations at whatever workplace you're at?
At that point,
Hopefully
I was
the
statute of limitations.
statute of
was run out.
limitations run out. You tell the story all the time.
I was working at that point,
Your,
so it's
your,
possible.
your sneaker biz.
I was also at a local arcade. One of the
Are you running an
casinos.
arcade biz too?
A little bit of it might have been a scam that I was running. Yeah, I was living on my own at 16. I had to do what I had to do.
Is that it? Did you buy your Setra for cash? Your Sentra that had the
No.
end missing on the tailgate?
Well,
so it read Setra.
It read Ctran, and then the end fell off. So the end didn't fall off from the middle. It fell off from the end.
Wait, why was it Ctran originally? Did someone?
Somebody hit me, and when they did the body work,
Oh no!
they yeah,
put the end in the wrong spot.
yeah,
You're like the original Regrets tattoo
yeah.
instead of Regrets, whatever
Yeah.
company that's for.
It was. I was like,
You had a
okay.
Ctran and then a Setra.
Yeah,
Wow, that's weird.
yeah. And I had that till
For a long time.
very long.
For a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Is that when they in the RJ they finally updated your picture because you had your 18-year-old picture until you were like 35? They're like, he got a new car. He's an adult. Let's take a new photo of him. But make sure if his shirt's open, let's edit out Adam's sexy chest.
I would hope they would.
Make it all worked up.
Yeah, I would hope they would do that.
Number 4.
Good story, Ari.
By the way, it was in Jacksonville, which makes complete sense.
that you got into an accident in Jacksonville?
No, that's where the yearbook was.
Oh, okay. Well,
Makes total sense.
why Jacksonville over any other Florida city?
Just because it's Jacksonville, man. It's.
I think
it's
there's
the
a lot.
worst.
I think you need to travel Florida more. It ain't the worst in Florida in terms of being ass backwards.
Number 4.
Just letting us go loose. I don't know what's going on here.
Number 4.
I was
Where's the police situation?
I was about to spiral it completely.
Exactly. That's why you
Out of
have to do
control.
that because the whole Big Five will be about his whatever Jacksonville or his
No,
Tran or
Number 4.
yearbook photos.
I found a new
or bad
podcast.
flannel shirt.
I found
edits.
a new podcast. this week.
Number 4.
It's
There we go.
it was very interesting.
You snooze, you lose.
Basically, it's whatever. It's a whole thing. But I determined after listening to a certain part of this podcast that the trashiest part of all Florida is actually Melbourne.
Really?
Yeah.
I applied to go to school there.
Did you?
Yeah. I was a high-level mathematician. I was going to go to the Florida Institute of Technology.
That's in Melbourne?
It is in Melbourne.
Oh
yes.
boy.
Is it bad?
Oh boy.
All right. Some more research to do.
Number 4.
Are we on 4? Was that 4? That might have been 3. I don't know
You're
what's
good at
going on.
math. You could do the math.
I can't do the math. We had 2 different incidents. Do we have to be these guys?
No.
Or not?
No.
You don't want to go there?
No.
Okay. 2 different situations where NFL players went to NHL games and were shacked in a pool and alcohol was involved. Which one did you like more?
I think I like your guy.
Really? Dan Feeney, who used to be a Charger, he's got that glorious mullet. He looks like he's, 45 years old. It makes him look so old.
Because Taylor Lewan has done this before, and I'm a huge Taylor Lewan fan.
Yeah.
Went to a good school. But we've seen it before.
Taylor Lewan was at a Preds game.
Sure.
He got introduced. He's on camera. He picks up his daughter. Yay! Then they go to another shot, and they're doing like a beer funnel. Someone across the arena is doing a beer funnel, like with 6 dudes. Then all of a sudden, Taylor Lewan's he's a psycho.
Oh yeah.
So he got all fired up. So then he ripped off his Preds jersey and starts like crushing beers on his head. His daughter's still there.
She's seen it before. It's fine.
Dan Feeney of the Jets, formerly the Chargers, he's got a glorious mullet. He was just he was shaking his head a lot and kind of rocking out and drinking a beer and going crazy at the Islanders game.
And I think he won the weekend.
Okay.
He did a great job.
What-
And watching it, I was like, this is Steve's new favorite player.
Of all the people who would go there, why won't you go there?
What, White's out of control?
NFL? COVID?
Yeah. I mean,
Did I just light the flame?
no, but
As an
I
eternal lockdowner.
I assume.
I know I
that
lit Ari's flame. He watched it. He's like, time to keep him out of the facility.
the vast majority of NFL players seem to have been vaccinated.
That's a good point. It's not baseball. It's not hockey.
No, it's not the Bills.
Not the Bills. Exactly.
Number 3.
Dylan Stoner. Dylan Stoner? Now, Vic Tafur of The Athletic didn't exactly say that the undrafted free agent wide receiver out of Oklahoma State is the reason that the Raiders may be out on Julio Jones, but he did include it in the same story. Who is Dylan Stoner?
Somebody
Like
that's not going to be on the team.
Are you sure? Is he
No,
Keelan
I'm not
Is he
sure.
Keelan Doss or is he Big Hunter Renfro?
Well,
By Keelan Doss, I mean a guy that Gruden may love, gets hyped up, but doesn't get to make an impact for a while on the big league roster.
I don't think Stoner's either.
No,
I think he's like,
I don't know. Vic Tafur of The Athletic was talking about Stoner being Gruden really likes him, and
sure he does.
he's opened some eyes, and he could be in the mix to. He was saying with Willie Snead brought in, there's a need to get Renfro a little competition and some more depth as well, because he wore down at times.
I think that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. I know it's the truth, but I know, to just be like, well, he's Hunter Renfro. Like, you got to go white all the time, which is obnoxious in all sports. I say he's more like DeMornay Pearsonell. Like, he'll be on the practice squad probably for a while, maybe multiple years. I don't know. I don't listen. You never know. This time of year, there's a lot of players that are making a lot of good impact. On the field, off the field, in the Zooms, all those things, for sure. It's tough to tell any of the undrafted, guys or fringe roster guys that may make the team. And sure, somebody could put on a great performance. You could get a couple injuries, have some depth issues at certain places. Sure, but it's tough to project many of the undrafted guys making it.
I like how you did that. You switched it up. You didn't go simply white to white.
Yeah.
I thought one of my more brilliant ones recently was Taco Fall is Dwayne Shinsis.
Okay,
Not even close. It's not even close.
Shinsis is like
Not even close. Actually,
feel like
Dwayne
more
Shinsis is more like freaking Dan Feeney, because he had that skullet thing going back in the day. Top
yes.
2, Ari.
Number 2.
Yeah, we're going off the
Taco
rails.
Falls, Mark Eaton.
We're going up. Sure. Yeah. Similar size. Minus like 100 pounds. Eaton was gigantic.
Number 2.
Lakers lose. If you're a Lakers fan,
It's over.
are you mad at LeBron or are you mad at Anthony Davis? Because AD wasn't real good offensively, wasn't real aggressive, and got destroyed by DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah. I need to see that more. Like, I need to see DeAndre Ayton consistently win that matchup to think that there's anything to that. It seemed like a one-game type of thing. I think AD is going to be the one that takes the most criticism and the most fan ire because he didn't put up monster numbers, and he's also not LeBron. Like, when you go to play for a LeBron team, you understand what you're getting into. You're never going to get the credit you deserve, and you're probably going to take more of the blame than you deserve because you're on a team with somebody that's that not only polarizing, but that's that beloved in their home area.
Latest update, that Miami plus 8.5 bet that I was going to fire on.
Yeah.
I'd be in it. End of the first, Milwaukee 46, Miami 20.
Well, you get a better number now than
Yes,
you
I
could have
can.
20 minutes ago.
26. And I thought there was a call for Bam Adebayo to get a lot tougher. What happened? I'm not blaming it all on Bam Adebayo, but
Maybe he's trying to be tough at the expense of actually playing basketball.
Number 1.
most obvious statement we've had in a long time. Get this over with and get it over with quickly, right? I know you made the case. Play more games. If you knew you could go 7, not get hurt, but get your healthy guys back.
You're not buying into that?
No, I'm not buying into that one.
What if you got the guarantee?
They want to get out of it. There's no. We're not. This is not imaginary.
Okay, what if it was like a timeline of Pacioretty has exactly a week left, or it was, hey, suspended for 3 games. Don't you want to stretch out and make those suspensions happen?
I mean, by
during
that
the
logic,
series?
that's what the app should have done, because
Yeah.
it seemed like they could toy with the Blues and they could win anytime they wanted.
Yeah,
So they want Kadri back, who, by the way, is appealing his suspension. Good luck on that one.
yeah, they're hoping to get that one short.
You think he gets knocked down? 8 games now.
It might.
Why?
Because it's the playoffs, and those games are much more valuable. It might.
He's been in trouble repeatedly.
But
What's
he's
his
going.
case?
Well, I'm not saying it's going to be reduced to nothing.
Right.
I think you might get it knocked down to like 6, something like that.
And then he can play in
That's possible.
1 game.
Well, he missed one.
He did miss one already, so he can play in 2 games
Yeah. So,
in,
but
in the next series.
yeah. So I mean, I was
If it went long.
I was joking about the Knights should, let this series stretch out as much as possible and then win Game 7, so they have a chance of getting Pacioretty back for the next round. I mean, he hasn't been ruled out for tonight, so we'll see what happens. I don't expect him to play tonight for sure, but there's no timetable necessarily for when he might be back. So that would be a major potential factor in the next playoff series. But really, the Knights understand the way that this is structured, the way it's set up. They were going to have to go through Colorado early in the playoffs at some point. Colorado believed the same thing. They knew the same thing about Vegas. They're going to have to play each other. And while a lot of people think it should be happening later, many people think it should be happening later. In fact, I talked to a lot of people yesterday when I wrote about the line being posted for this fight, for this series. They were like, well, why would they post this series? It's not till the finals or like way down the road. Like, no, they're playing them right now. Yes, it was the 2 best teams in the league,
NHL
but
format.
they're in the same division. And the way this format works, you're going to stay in the division until the 3rd round of the playoffs. So they are matching up, which shame that one of them has to lose. But I'm sure Golden Knights fans will not be feeling too bad for Colorado, who's probably going to be right in it again the next couple of years.
We'll talk about the betting numbers and also why Mark Stone has been so good.
It's the Big 5 at 5, brought to you by Battle Born Injury Lawyers. If you've been injured, call Justin Watkins at Battle